Welcome to another edition of LEAFS Weekly. Thomas West here with you, bringing you up to date on what was a very tough schedule for the Toronto Maple Leafs this past week. 2 games against the Welland Jackfish, sitting in first place, tied with the London Majors in the Intercounty Baseball League, and 1 against the Barrie Bay Cats, who we know has been a rivalry for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season. But something that I think that the Toronto Maple Leafs are very happy with, results-wise. They come out against 3 tough teams in the Intercounty Baseball League, 2 of which are against a first-place team, and they finish the week with 2 wins and 1 loss, and a success story for the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are chasing down the Guelph Royals as we take a look at the Intercounty Baseball League standings. The Guelph Royals team that has been playing really well of late, but all 3 teams at the top of the standings in the Intercounty Baseball League have lost their last game. So the Toronto Maple Leafs looking for an opening against Guelph, but will need to almost win out the rest of this IBL season, which there's 9 games left, to try and catch the Guelph Royals. Okay, let's take a look at the games that happened this week. Starting off with the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Barrie Bay Cats. This one was on Sunday, and a dominant performance from the Toronto Maple Leafs. A 12-3 win. Great performances as well from some Toronto Maple Leafs pitchers. Zach Sloan going 5 innings. Dylan Jacober came in. Man, has he ever been good of late. He pitched a couple of scoreless innings. Ryan Wells and Franklin Hernandez capped things off for the Toronto Maple Leafs in what was a blowout win in the end, but it was capped off by a big Luca Boscarino home run.
I personally do that myself.
Hold on a second. Boscarino hammers the ball out the left field, and it's gone!
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Luca Boscarino, a 3-run home run, and the Toronto Maple Leafs lead 10-3. After that, things got a little bit more difficult for the Toronto Maple Leafs, going into enemy territory in Welland, playing the Jackfish, and this is one that I think the Toronto Maple Leafs probably want to forget. A game that they lost 13-1 and were just able to record the 1 hit. The Welland Jackfish had some big performances from some of the guys that you would have expected. Justin Gideon had a couple of hits in this game, and Gianfranco Morelli with 3 RBIs out of the leadoff spot, as well as Ethan Hunt, who cashed in 3 RBIs of his own. Overall, the Welland Jackfish were able to put up 14 hits on the Toronto Maple Leafs in this one, but Toronto was able to respond at home the very next day. Another game against the Welland Jackfish. Tough to play the first place team in the Intercounty Baseball League 2 games in a row, but this one went a lot better for the Toronto Maple Leafs. A 5-2 win for Toronto over the Welland Jackfish in a game where they just kept tacking on throughout the game. Got some fantastic starting pitching. 1 run in the first, second, and fifth of the Maple Leafs. That was all they needed. They also had a couple of insurance runs on an error by the Welland Jackfish shortstop on a ball that was popped up by Aiden McCaskey. That was part of a 2-run 8th inning, but the pitchers on the mound for the Toronto Maple Leafs really got it done. Sam Green came out and did not allow a hit through 2 innings pitched. The Toronto Maple Leafs were going with an opener in this one, but it didn't take much because Dylan Jacober came in. He was the second of 3 pitchers to come in for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Jacober giving up 2 runs on 6 hits over 5 innings in relief. He was part of the Pennies player of the game, paired with the guy who came in behind him, Franklin Hernandez, who struck out 3 in his first inning, 1 in the 9th inning, and that was a big performance from Franklin Hernandez. He now has 18 strikeouts in just 12 innings pitched to start off his Intercounty Baseball League career. Franklin Hernandez is a guy that the Toronto Maple Leafs are really excited about, whether it be from a starting position, which we may see coming into the playoffs from Franklin Hernandez, or coming out for a couple innings of relief, which we've seen many times this season from Franklin Hernandez as well. The Toronto Maple Leafs limiting the Welland Jackfish this time to just 7 hits, part of that 5-2 win, and that capped off the week on a winning note and ended things off at 2-1 against 3 tough opponents for the Toronto Maple Leafs in this one. Here's the 3-1. This one's hit in the air a mile high. Out goes Jose Vinicio. He's got to deal with the wind, but he stays composed and makes the catch. And the Toronto Maple Leafs knock off the first place team in the Inter-County Baseball League in the WAC game.
Okay, let's take a look at the schedule ahead for the Toronto Maple Leafs. First, it's the Kitchener Panthers. That's on Wednesday, August 3rd at Christie Pitts. 7:30 start time for that one. Then the Toronto Maple Leafs head out to London for a Friday night game at 7:35 at Labatt Park. And then right back in Toronto against the Hamilton Cardinals. That one's at Christie Pitts and a 2 p.m. start time on Sunday, just like all those Sunday games are at Christie Pitts. So a little bit easier schedule for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they need to win games if they want to try and catch the Guelph Royals for third place in the Inter-County Baseball League standings. Kitchener and Hamilton are probably two of those games that the Toronto Maple Leafs are looking at trying to come home with a victory, and that game against London should be fantastic at Labatt Park as well. Appreciate you tuning in to this edition of Leafs Weekly. A reminder that you can follow us on all of our social media channels to find content just like this and lots of other stuff as well. Appreciate you tuning in. Have a fantastic week. It's a good one coming out for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Inter-County Baseball League this week.